Hey there, Cavs. Welcome to this October edition of the Cav Report, filling you in on the latest in campus events. I'm Michael Peterson. Jim Leiker held a book talk in the CoLab. Jim covered the work of Frankenstein, how some believe it is the first work of science fiction, and his unique view that Frankenstein is a dystopia. Students were given the opportunity to take notes and ask questions. Jim made it clear that the subject of how Frankenstein appears in pop culture would not be covered at this book talk. On college campuses across the nation, dating abuse is an issue that many students may have to confront. For more on this subject, here's Paloma Martinez.
College can be the first place where many people who have been involved in an abusive relationship recognize that they are victims of violence, states Kelsey Rose, Educational and Prevention Coordinator at Safe Home.
It could be a little bit more dangerous if, for example, if you're living with that person now and you don't have as many options to leave because you're relying on them for financial support or for housing or for childcare.
Safe Home and the college have many resources for people who are facing domestic abuse.
We have a shelter for people who need to flee an abusive situation. We have free counseling services. We have advocacy services with some legal help, like restraining orders.
Our counseling center is a great place to be able to get help confidentially. Our police department is another great resource if you need immediate help.
While nearly 1.5 million high school students nationwide experience physical abuse from a dating partner in a single year, an estimated 43% of college women reported experiencing violent and abusive behavior. This is according to data collected by the nonprofit organization Love is Respect. Campus Ledger, Paloma Martinez.
Every Wednesday between 1 and 1:50 p.m., college recess is held here on campus in Fountain Square. The Health and Wellness Club is sponsoring this event, which offers a variety of outdoor activities. These can range from volleyball to frisbee to a yoga marathon. College recess will continue on a weekly basis until October 24th. It is free for all students. All that's required is a student ID. Now, one of the most intense controversies facing this generation is the pressing issue of which phone to use in your daily life, iPhone or Android. Vincent Amiri journeyed across campus to ask the tough questions on this important topic.
iPhone and Android have been competing for market dominance for 10 years, and students have varying opinions on which device they prefer. Do you prefer iPhone or Android?
Android.
Why is that?
It's got more options.
iPhone for life.
Android. Android all the way.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, why is that?
Because they're awesome. And they're not that tiny little screen, and you can do so many more things with it. And they're reasonably priced.
iPhone, but Windows computers. My first phone was an Android, and it stopped a lot. It wasn't as streamlined.
Android.
Why is that?
Okay. Well, first of all, one thing that sucks about iPhones, in my opinion, is that you can't change out, like, the storage space, you know? And that is super annoying. And also the batteries, not being able to change them out is a big problem.
For the Campus Ledger, I'm Vincent Amiri.
2 relocations have occurred on campus this semester. The ATM, originally located at the bottom of the spiral staircase, has been moved to the outside of the bursar's office. This means that those looking to make a payment now have easier access to their funds. In an effort to prepare for the remodeling of the Student Center, the bookstore has moved to the Down Under area. Follow the signs, head down the stairs, and you'll find the same bookstore you know and love. Merchandise for sale in the original location will continue to be sold here. The same staff will be present to help you with your purchases. 4 o'clock p.m. every Saturday until the end of October, Brent Jackson and Trey Hawk hold a tour of Blue River Road. Jason Thompson has the story.
Not to say that there's the heroes and the villains on the road, it's just different humans doing different things. Our original idea was just having explored this roadway as teenagers and then discovering that the road itself was closed. And then once we made that discovery, then we got interested in why it was closed and what was happening and how humans were using it now versus how they were using it as drivers and riders previously. And this also happened at the exact same time as Open Spaces having submissions for artists, and so we had developed the idea of the project, and then we submitted it to Dan Cameron, who's the director of Open Spaces, and he accepted it.
Just the purpose of the piece is really engagement. You know, it's about getting people to consider the spaces around them and become aware of the sort of spaces around them and the way we value the space around us.
We have 3 more tours, so come out and see us. This is open to the public. It's open to anybody. We're from 4 o'clock every Saturday through the end of October, and it's an experience that little children, dogs, old people, young people, anybody can participate in. You don't have to necessarily be into contemporary art. You can still be engaging in it just because of the beauty of the space and its natural surroundings, so please come if you want to.
The fourth Tuesday of every September marks National Voter Registration Day. This year, the college celebrated this annual holiday with the help of the League of Women Voters of Johnson County. Volunteers from this group set up a table on campus and helped students and faculty to register online, encouraging them to participate in this year's elections. Since 2012, Voter Registration Day has been there to remind us that the right to vote is an important element of our democracy. On this year's Registration Day, a record 800,000 citizens were inspired to become registered voters. Our Cavalier sports host, Kaylin McCoy-Hollinger, recently spoke with Luke Andrews about the challenges faced by the men's soccer team as they move forward this season.
You guys are just coming off a win against Allen. You won 5-1, and you also won the game I went to. You guys also won that game 5-1. So, I mean, you know, like you guys have the ability to just put a beating on people. So what do you think it is that drives you to, you know, to make that happen?
I think it's just the spirit of the team. We all sort of get together because even yesterday, we had a very bad first half. We were 1-0 down. Everyone knew we were playing bad, and then at halftime, we weren't really getting on each other, but we were more trying to encourage each other just to perform better. And then the second half, we scored 5 goals. So that just shows like our comeback form. Like we've played a lot of games where we've been down. So against Crowder at the start of the season, we were 2-0 down with 6 minutes to go, and we managed to bring it back to 2-2 and then win in overtime. So we have a real like camaraderie between the squad, so we sort of work well, don't stop. I think that's really important.
Thank you, Kaylin. And that brings us to the conclusion of yet another informative Cav Report. Next up will be our Halloween edition, hosted by Caitlin Hill, so be sure to check it out. On behalf of the Campus Ledger, I'm Michael Peterson. Thanks for watching.